Hello droners, Dave here from Paladin Automation LLC on a chilly winter day here in Southern Maryland. January 2022, today's video is the unboxing of my brand new Parrot ANAFI. I selected the work package because the work package comes with 4 batteries and a 1-year subscription to Pix4D Cloud. That's a pretty tremendous value. The batteries themselves cost about $100 each, and Pix4D is about $2,000 a year for that subscription. So I know we're all itching to see what's inside here. So to quote Brad Pitt, "What's in the box?" Let's take a look. This is actually the second time I've opened this box. I did notice that the safety seal was broken on arrival on one side, so I checked it out for damage and missing contents. Everything appears to be okay. But this is not in exactly the same pristine condition that it was when I received it from Blue Skies, a small shop up in Washington State. So inside the box we got a couple power cords, we'll get to those later. We have some manuals here, so we got the super quick start guide, basic radio information, a flight safety guide, and then the license key to the 1-year subscription to Pix4D Cloud, which I did cover up with a sticky note so YouTubers don't steal it from me. Next we have the handbag, not a purse, it's a handbag. My daughters called it a purse, but I did inform them that it is a satchel if a man carries it. It's the drone, the Sky Controller 3, some batteries and other odds and ends. So we open up this handbag, and let me turn it around so you can see. Alright, I see my Sky Controller, I see some batteries. I have another power adapter. We got some spare parts. So then we got a lift up container here with the charger, a few power adapters, another battery, and then inside this zippered pocket we have the SD card adapter. On the back of the handbag we have another external pocket. This one is empty on mine. Now where's my drone? Alright, so we do have this top compartment here with a magnetic snap. Open up. Wow, that is small. Holy cow. Also inside this compartment it comes with a sticker with the Wi-Fi SSID and password, which I also covered up for safety and security reasons. So each of these arms folds out and snaps into place, so that's pretty nice for a quick setup in the field. We do have a lens cover over the camera. Now the first thing that I'm really noticing here is these movable prop blades. So a lot of drones have foldable prop blades, but they still lock into position for flight. And I used to be a helicopter pilot, and that's what I'm accustomed to also. You want the rotors to have a little bit of flexibility, but not the ability to swing around in flight. So this is really interesting to me. I suspect that the motors have a high enough RPM up in the ridiculous range so that the centripetal forces keep the props in a semi-locked outboard position. And I could see that being good if you accidentally run into a tree or you land in some tall grass. I have definitely snapped rotor blades that hit one blade of grass, so I don't think that would happen if the prop had a little bit of swing to it. So that's a pretty good feature. Next we got the battery that's pre-installed on the drone in the box. Let's flip it over here. All right, we got some lights or some sensors. There's probably a speaker in there. We have a cooling fan. All right, overall it looks to be a pretty nice little setup here for a small drone for quick jobs. All right, let's set the aircraft to the side and let's take a look at the Sky Controller 3. So the Sky Controller 3 is Parrot's OEM hand controller for the ANAFI system. So we have this piece that folds out here. This acts as the Wi-Fi antenna for transmitting and receiving, and also extends, and this is where you would put your mobile device so you can have touch screen and video access with the Free Flight 6 app. Now, this will expand to take a device with up to a 6.2-inch screen. If you do have a device that's larger, there are several aftermarket options that have adapters to put a larger device up to, I believe, 12 inches before it starts getting too heavy to handle. We have the normal self-centering joysticks. We have some camera control triggers on the back, and we got the home button and the launch and land button on the front. Also see in the back we got some USB ports for charging and connecting to your mobile device. Next, let's take a look at the batteries and the charger. The work package comes with 4 smart batteries. This is a 2S LiPo battery, 2700 milliamps, which gives you about 25 minutes of flight time. You can see the power terminals here have your standard positive and negative, as well as the balancing ports for keeping the cells balanced during charge and discharge. So what Parrot has done with this smart battery is very interesting. As you probably know, storing a LiPo battery at full charge is very destructive to the lithium chemistry inside. So this battery, after sitting idle for 10 days at a full charge, will actually discharge itself down to 65% over the course of the next 2 days. Parrot calls this the wintering mode. I refer to it as storage mode. So the battery might be smart. As far as I could tell, the charger is dumb. This charger will charge the battery up until a full charge, and that is it. A smart charger, you would have other options such as charging to a storage voltage if you know you're going to put it into long-term storage. So unfortunately, that means as I'm charging after my flights, if I don't intend to use it again in the next day or two, I actually have to monitor the battery charge level and then disconnect it from the charger when it reaches 2 to 3 bars. We have here the international power terminals, so next time I go to Denmark to fly, I guess I'll have the right terminal with me. I don't have to bring another adapter. Looks like we have 5 USB-A ports. The top one is labeled Quick Charge, so presumably it offers a higher amperage than the other 4. So I have 4 ports, 4 batteries, and it came packaged with 4 of these USB-A to USB-C adapters. So you plug each battery in via the USB-C, and these lights will show you the progress. So let's check what this came shipped at. I'm plugging in this battery for the first time. Takes a minute to initialize. Then it shows me 2 bars, 1 solid bar and 1 blinking bar. So if you read these as 25, 50, 75, 100% full, it's probably in the 30 to 40 range right now. So I typically like to store my batteries at between 50 and 80% charge. Parrot designed this so that you can have all 4 batteries fully charged at any time, and they set the batteries up with these smart features to ensure that they discharge after 10 days before the lithium chemistry starts to break down. Now, I don't fly many jobs that would actually require 4 batteries, so I actually intend to bring one up to a maintenance level of 50 to 80% and leave it in long-term storage. That gives me the option to have a 4th battery on a big job if I need it, or after the other batteries start to degrade, I'll have a almost new one ready to replace it. Next, let's take a look at what other accoutrements ship with the ANAFI. First, this is a box of propellers. This is not easy to open, and I can see this being very challenging if you're in windy conditions or your hands are cold. But we have 8 paired propellers and a tool to replace it. So this is very convenient for doing a replacement in the field. If you snap a prop blade, you can replace the whole pair, and it looks to be just a couple minutes of removing 1 screw and screwing it back in. These prop blades are cute, and they're very small. They have a little bit of flexibility, but I could see that they probably cannot take a lot of abuse, so that's probably another good feature of allowing them to swing a little bit more. Next, we also have the SD card adapter. So this will take the micro SD from the drone and allow you to plug it into your computer or another device to download the media. Now, media retrieval can be conducted in 3 ways. The first way is you can actually remove the mini SD card after you take the battery out. These are very small and they tend to be a little bit flimsy. So I actually plan on using the direct method. And this direct method, you can power up the drone, plug the USB-C cable into the back of the battery and the USB-A end into your computer, and it mounts it as a standard SD card. And you can actually download it that way. What's nice about that also, since I usually take a spare battery with me out to jobs, when I come back, I have a battery that I have to discharge. Powering on the drone for the time it takes me to download media will start discharging that battery back to a maintenance storage level. And the third method is a wireless transfer via the FreeFlight 6 app. What I find very powerful about the ANAFI is the high quality sensor in such a small package. This camera records video at 4K and photos at 21 megapixel resolution. That supports a lot of different jobs. Additionally, the FreeFlight 6 app gives the user a lot of control over various imaging options for more advanced users. The gimbal gives it 2-axis mechanical stabilization and 3-axis electronic stabilization. Additionally, the pilot has tilt controls from nadir, which is straight down, to zenith, which is straight up. This gives the pilot a lot of different options to get very unique perspectives. Initial assessment of the Parrot ANAFI. It's a good piece of gear. In our next video, we'll take a look at how to set your ANAFI up prior to first flight. Then we'll take it out to the field and we'll play with some of those cool features that Parrot built into the system. Until next time, guys, keep the power of automation working for you. Take care.